If you were a kid born in the 90s and 2000s, you'll know how special Saturday mornings were. While most of my friends spent that time sleeping in, my brother and I woke up at 7 a.m., snuck downstairs with our pillows and blankets to watch Saturday morning cartoons. And when I mean snuck, it really felt like something out of Mission Impossible. We'd poke our heads out the door, and once the coast was clear, we'd tiptoe our way down the stairs. As soon as we turned on the TV, one of us would immediately start mashing the volume button, and we'd adjust it loud enough so that we could hear, but quiet enough so that it wouldn't wake up our parents. This was also the only time my brother and I would eat junk food for breakfast. Ice cream, cookies, and whatever else we could find. We were living the high life. Anyways.
Tune in for the best Saturday morning cartoons.
Why? When you hit me with the pillow, hammer, or blow, just like I knew you would.
Is that what I think it is?
Vortex was the Canadian Saturday morning block that I grew up with, and it was pretty awesome. It focused a lot on action shows like Pokemon, Batman Beyond, and Jackie Chan Adventures. The set was also something else too. It was like an indoor rock climbing gym with a section for the Vortex, which later became the Vortex Action Bits. Basically questions that were related to the show that was currently airing.
Get ready for Crypto the Superdog Action Bits! Check out this face. Know who it belongs to? Here's a clue. The character you're looking for has a very powerful super breath blast. Hope that helps. Stay tuned!
The hosts were Stephanie Brochard, who was later replaced by Paula Lamary. Stephanie was this super chill host who would often climb up the wall where she would do her on-air segments.
Metabots inside Vortex. Oh, this episode is truly sad. Check this out. Look, people are crying. Plenty of people are crying. Look at this. It's spurting out from the side. I know, but I have to say, I love the way they make them cry in anime. It's so funny.
Paula was a lot more energetic and really rounded out Vortex as a whole.
Energon Action Bits! We're all used to the Energon chips in this series, but did you know that in Generation 1, they could convert Energon into cubes? Energon. Stay tuned.
To be honest, I don't even remember when they changed hosts. I was probably too young to really care, but they both brought along their own twist, and I appreciate that. Oh, and also, I love how they would encourage the viewers to head on over to YTV.com. There was always some sort of event going on. You can check out the schedule, play games, and send in emails, or in this case, V-mails, which may or may not be read on air, so that was pretty cool. It was the early 2000s, and the internet was just starting to pick up steam. It felt more like an optional thing. If you wanted more out of your YTV experience, then you can go over to the website. But watching TV was where it was at. It felt special tuning in every Saturday morning, and it's something that I still miss to this day. Another channel I watched alongside Vortex was the Fox Box, which later became 4Kids. You got shows like Shaman King, Sonic X, Kirby Right Back At Ya, Ultimate Muscle, Fighting Foodons. I'd usually flip to this channel whenever Vortex was on commercial breaks, so I wasn't as invested, but it's still worth noting.
It's an all-new 4Kids TV.
The Vortex aired from 2001 to 2006, where it got replaced, rebranded as Crunch.
You wanted it, you got it.
Crunch!
Saturday's back.
Crunch!
Yep, out with the old, in with the new, people say, but to be honest, it was more of a downgrade than anything else. YTV was all about keeping it weird and fun back in its early days. You can see it just from the bumpers alone. When I was going back to watch old Crunch bumpers and promos, something felt off. First off, I couldn't find nearly as much footage of the hosts compared to the Vortex. It was hosted by AJ Fry and later Andy Chapman. I'm sure they were both wonderful hosts, but I don't know. They just weren't as memorable as Stephanie and Paula. AJ especially, I couldn't find anything on this guy.
Tune in every Saturday morning for...
Suck on the 3, 2, they go.
This has been the last Crunch commercial written and directed by AJ.
Now, this isn't me being biased or anything, it's just the way YTV's Saturday morning block evolved. You can tell they moved away from the zany, weird action and cartoony theme and added a lot more real-life segments. Before, we had silly skits and talked about how awesome anime was. And now, here's Andy, showing us how science works. A lesson on water conservation. Catching a football, like... It was definitely more educational, which isn't a bad thing, but it's just kind of weird showing this stuff on a Saturday, a time when kids want to stay home and watch cartoons. Speaking of cartoons, let's take a look at the roster for both the Vortex and Crunch. Aside from the amount difference, there's definitely a shift from anime and action shows to a lot more Nickelodeon. And I definitely felt that, even when I was a kid. I was like, where the Beyblade? Where the Metabots? Now, I love SpongeBob as much as the other guy, but goddamn does it get tiring real quick.
Nobody does silly better. Seriously. SpongeBob SquarePants, Saturday at 8 on Crunch.
The Crunch aired from 2006 to 2013. I'd say I stuck around until 2010, although by that time, my Saturdays were taken up by... Saturday mornings will always hold a special place for me, and it truly did make them cool and awesome, and you just can't get those memories anywhere else. TV died once the internet became the hub for entertainment, and while I'm thankful that there are archives of pretty much anything and everything touched on this video, it's still a shame that kids today won't get to experience the same thing. But I don't want to end on a sour note, so I'll leave a link to all the bumpers, live segments, and commercials in the description box below, so hopefully you guys can relive your memories as well. Stay in milk, drink your school, eat your teeth. I'll see you guys in the next one.